So now we've got this beautiful situation of what possible effectiveness. Oh, well, that's wonderful. I made that chicken, and its remains are sitting out on the street, fully eaten by a homeless man or woman or whatever they want to identify by. That was a dank chicken, though, I bet. I made some dank-ass baked chicken today. It looked great. It looked great. Unfortunately, we weren't busy, so most of it went in the trash. It's a bit frustrating when you're just so aware of food waste, like decades of food waste, the stuff that you've seen go in the trash or go into wastage as time went on. But so now we've got it as Israel's on its third shot. California wanted to mandate shots for the kids. San Diego USD says they lost that legal battle. There will be more precedent set. It will be that there will be no school districts in California who will be able to pull it off. Oregon, note that Oregon's not even fucking with the idea. Notice you're not going to hear that shit here. And the reason why is not so much because people keep it way too real or something. No, it's that really, you walk around any grocery store, you walk around any place, it's a homeless camp. Right now, god dang. These people are paying so much money for school. They've got to get jabbed up to go to the local college. And right out front of their extremely expensive rental, like there's this homeless camped out, yelling in the middle of the fucking night at each other and shit. It's bananas here. The kids are going to return. It's going to be New Year's. They're going to be partying. Oh, yep, there we go. The house with all these girls in it. And what's in the yard? A fucking table for the fucking drinking games for New Year's. Oh yeah. Because that's what University of Oregon is about. I've seen now like a whole generation go through that place and end up like, fuck. I mean, some of these people, I realized, like, I had to think about it. I'm serving people who are homeless, who I know went to University of Oregon. Like, I know they did. Yeah, I remember them when they were younger, and just seeing them around town. And yeah, so that's why you're not going to hear a mandate in Oregon like that, because they can't do it. Can't be enforced. The police can't do anything here right now. To anybody, about anything, for anyone, they're not allowed. It's amazing how unsafe now, and so how unsafe women are when the feminists are in charge. And this is the beautiful part, is now proof positive prosecuting fucking Ghislaine Maxwell, and they sealed the fucking information on who actually paid money. So when there is the full-on complete rulership with then the daughter of James Comey, so literally a FBI agent that like SNL was making musical acts about and shit, this person praised up and down by Democratic writers, and now you take a look, and she went out of her way to seal the evidence so that President Clinton couldn't get fucking indicted for what he did. And we all know that. We all know that's what's really up, is that it's a protection racket for Clinton in this case, and a whole lot of other people. But it would just be too much. They would just be too humiliated. Oh, what's this? Oh, I think I know what this is. Whoa. and more. What? What the fuck? So, the effectiveness now of the jab, it's at the point at which now, whoa, okay, I think somebody sent me something, and had no idea, or not completely unaware. Oh, so yeah, it's the effectiveness. This is the beauty of it now, is the logical problem. If it's that effective, why do you need so many shots? You know, like rubella or fucking polio. Remember the fourth polio shot you got to make sure, because the first one didn't work, and you got a mild case of polio. This is beautiful, and that we're still dealing now with these completely irrational people trying to make claims, and that they don't have even the most simple area of logic to depend upon. It's amazing where we're at. I've really actually had to think about that, especially like people who I saw, especially on Facebook. There's one woman in particular in this city. And it was one of these women who, it's like, I never quite understood sort of how nothing ever happened, like, with me and her. But then I was like, whatever. After a while, it just became, I don't care. But, oh my gosh, to then see her trying to, like, she even tried to correct me on some shit. And I'm like, no. And I was about to be like, bitch, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But then I was like, no, you're looking for a job, and now you understand. No, this woman's still in debt to University of Oregon. Fuck her. Obviously, this is what it is. I mean, it's obvious what it is. The bitch can't think straight. If this medicine was so effective, if it was so fucking effective, why do you need multiple fucking doses? And that we've had to change the medical definitions of things. That's really one of the most profound issues at this point, is how extreme it's going to be in the fixing of all of this. Like how, I mean, it really is that there's going to be this kind of this thing that's going to happen on the right of center, that it's the just overt dismissal of anything people on the left say. Be like, oh, okay, well, that's great, but I mean, I'm going to have to now look it up because you're left of center, so you have to lie. You have to be lying. And there's no longer charity. I like actually that was something that once, it was Bering once did, that I think it was Copper Cab or somebody. It was one of the drunk Australasian leftist loser men. And the guy's like, well, you can't even be a bit charitable. And he's like, no. He goes, fuck being charitable. And it was because he knew exactly what was going on, is that this person was just trying to set up a straw man argument, as that is what the left of center does. The left of center is always trying to set up weird straw man argument. They're always trying to play around, and it's because they simply they're inferior. I mean, they're just plain out inferior, and but they have a superiority complex, and they've got to have this thing of, oh, I'm so fucking smart, and it's great. I just love that now these, because I mean, what was it? Texas is just about to open a factory for, what was it, superconductors or something like that. Like some major company has sort of, so there's just nothing. I mean, California, Oregon, and to some degree Washington, they have nothing. They have nothing to show. Chicago, Illinois is a hellhole. Illinois is literally a hellhole that people are abandoning as quickly as possible. And I think some of you might have seen this. No Brock, no Brocks, no Brocks, no Brocks. Anybody see that? Black people trying to get Chinese food, but because black people keep ripping off this Chinese food place, that they're like, no black people. Who called that something like this was going to happen? At some point, people who don't know much about this country, other than you go there and you can make money, the police are supposed to look out for you. And oh, no, the police don't look out for you as long as you're being robbed by brackus. So, the next thing, and remember, this is the kind of thing, you come at them like, oh, that'd be so racist. And they'd be like, I don't care. Fuck your mom. Why she raise you so bad? Why you have head like dog? Why you get job, have money? Why don't you people cook food? You see, Asians will go straight to something where it's like, wow, you're not supposed to say anything like that. They won't care. They won't care. It's like they're from the real world, and black people live in a fantasy world. You know, that nobody busts them. Nobody, the white liberals are always protecting them. There's judges who literally won't, and prosecutors won't prosecute them. You know, it's like they're raping and pillaging. Nobody will do anything about it. You're not even allowed to talk about I love that this happens. And what was the other one? Somebody sent me this, and I got to see it. I think Beating Tracks Out of Babylon. I think you're the one who sent this to me. And that was Cynthia G. Cynthia G talking about, why don't we just cull the herd? Ethno-nationalists always believe in culling the herd. This is people. Sweden has hidden its history around the World War II period. It's hidden its history very well on this. Sweden was one of the best at eugenics, straight up thinning the herd. And so, just for real deal Holyfield, I'm just like now just sitting back, just like, damn, this is amazing now to see how this is all just society unfucking raveling, and I'm just sitting back. I'm like, ooh, where are those feminists at about this whole Ghislaine Maxwell thing? Oh, sealed the record so that nobody will know. So now this is one of the best parts. Without white liberals protecting black criminals, we wouldn't have this crime problem. We wouldn't have an epidemic of crime. Without the white liberals protecting elite criminals who rape little girls. It's over and over and over again, something like that. Liberal, elite, white liberal types just trying to hand money to the pharmaceutical companies. No, can't discuss the insider trading in Congress. No, the liberals don't want to discuss that. You know, the liberals don't want to discuss that people are coming into the country by hundreds of thousands, sometimes a day, and they're not being tested for this horrible pandemic that we have to shoot up all the children full of drugs for. I'm loving this. I'm loving seeing everything liberal unfucking ravel. The next one I'm honestly thinking is when we get to really start going, maybe it's because so many of you are mentally ill. You know, maybe it's because that's really a big part of what's going on here. You're kind of inferior, mentally ill, or you weren't socialized properly or something. And that, because, I mean, now it's like to be left of center is just to be bizarre. It's just bizarre. What principles could they possibly be relying on now? Is there anything as far as a policy that they stand for that wouldn't be disastrous? It just insane and disastrous if implemented. And it's like, no, there's not. There's just not. They fuck up everything they touch. To the point that they touch art, and art, like some of the greatest appreciated franchises and creative efforts have just been destroyed completely by liberals. They know it. They know they're inferior and can't hack it. They know they are. They know they're inferior and can't hack it. That's one of the toughest parts of it all, is when you're around them, you're like, no, you guys are like that. And but they just don't, now they just don't know what to do. They don't know what to do about, like, how bad they fucked up. And it's that kind of thing, like, where they're sitting, junkie style, sitting there, oh my God, I fucked up so bad. What am I going to do? Yeah. That's, yeah. And yeah. It just, the more I think about it, the more it's just like, this is absolutely amazing what we're witnessing right now. And the Ghislaine Maxwell thing, this and now that we know Gretchen Whitmer was, the whole plot to kidnap her was entirely the FBI trying to rope people in. Now there's just no more FBI. Like, nobody can trust the FBI now. Now it's also the thing of, is the Democratic Party literally some kind of anti-constitutional criminal organization that like literally is criminal? Like, all they do is try to engage in crime, and figure out a way of getting away with crime, because it's starting to come across that way. More and more, it's starting to come across that way. Republicans didn't even like when the bug exterminator guy was handing out checks on the floor. That weirdo with the weird fucking tan job and stuff. And ever since then, that's when the Tea Party started, and those people started taking kind of the wind out of the sails of the Republican Party. But it wasn't until Golden 45 came down that fucking escalator, and that's changed everything. That's literally changed everything. And I think about this more and more, that it's like people don't get, like, there's a lot of critique of the Trump administration, this and that, and I'm like, but do you understand how much stuff has changed? Are you aware of how, like, with Trump's efforts, he's literally altered the face of the Middle East, and nobody will even report on it. When it's reported on as like, oh my God, what happened to the Middle East since Trump, And people don't know what to do. They can't discuss it. Because also they can't discuss, like, the nature of Islam and the nature of the power within the Ummah. They can't discuss that, because then it would make more openly, well, that there's not that much moral principle to Islam. It's just not. It's just they just, like, sort of, yeah, there's not really sort of a, well, you see, we shouldn't do that because it's wrong. In America, you have to hide it. You have to hide all this stuff from the American population, because there, too many of them are like, yeah, this isn't good. No, Jesus wouldn't like this. Jesus wouldn't like this at all, So, all right. It's just some stuff running through my head. Okay, I got login rewards to get for my new character on EVE Online. Yes, I made a fighting character. It's a dude. It's a cool-looking dude. All right. Wow, what is the... And what is happening with this guy Jack Murphy? I'm not really. What the fuck? Holy shit. Sorry. Just what. This also this thing from White Boy Lockdown. I'm like, what? Tampa man dismembered girlfriend? Yeah. Damn, Florida man. God dang, Florida man. All right. Well, hope everything goes well for you guys. I will be making a video before New Year's. Don't worry. And yeah, hopefully I can have a drink. I mean, it's not like I don't drink. It's just that I've made sure to kind of improperly budget. So so Donovan's fine. It's just that Donovan doesn't get a yummy, delicious cold one on New Year's, or maybe I will. I'll see. I'll see tomorrow because that'll be payday and all that. So, all right, later on. Have a good night, everybody. And remember, things, it's got to get, like, painful. Right now, we're experiencing the pain. It's the pain of, like, oh my God, this is who we really are. We're really the kind of country that, like, we have a political party like the Democrats who will protect international child traffickers. They'll go overtly out of their way to do this. Overtly. And, and look right at you, be, no, see, we prosecuted. Say, yeah, oh, and he died of suicide, yeah, and oh my God, I can't believe you people are saying things like, let's go Brandon. I mean, oh my God. No, yeah. So, and so it's just the pain. It's just now the pain of this is what we really are.